What's up, homies? What's up, homies? Welcome back to yet another... Man, we're doing like 2 for 2 on these, like, Judge the Supers, right? Rating the Supers. I'm sure you have seen that, like, subtitle here in the fighting game community or things like that. Rate each, like, super, ultra... In the past, we always do, like, ultras. We never pay attention to, like, supers. But in Garo, we did... all of the supers and some like ultras because we were doing it for Fatal Fury history just to see, right, since City of the Wolves is going to be like a high-res manga anime like update to the old Fatal Fury games, why not take a look at each super and each hidden gear of each character in the base roster of City of the Wolves. Hence we're calling, you know, a variation of this Judge the Supers, Judge the Gears, right? And no, this is not like, you know, Judge the Gears like Guilty Gear shit. They call the supers and ultras in City of the Wolves gears, right? Like hidden gears or ignition gears, things like that, as their way of like supers and ultras, right? So we're gonna be doing that, and we should be pretty quick about this. Like, we have how many characters are in the base roster? 1 to 17, right? I'll try to, like, you know, not give like character like overviews like I've done in the past. That makes the time clock big, but we'll try and like see. All right, so let's check out Rock, right? Rock Howard, our young shonen protagonist. Why does my evil blood boil type ass? Good super, right? It's like almost mid-screen, right? Mid-screen invul to projectiles. I think the heavy version's really invul to projectiles. That's also good too. That's also a good super too, right? Classic EX version of the move just like ends with a super rising tackle, right? Incorporates everything that Terry has given to Rock, right? Level 1 is like a 3, while the super was like a 6. You could break this, and you could spend a meter for more combo potential. So there's a little bit of like usability with breaking. Raging Storm! Now, Rock learned Terry's like Buster Wolf and Rising Taco. Rock has learned Raging Storm by igniting his blood. Storm! Yeah, the Rock Howard Raging Storm definitely cut from the claws of Geese Howard, right? Just emphasizes like the character hidden gear or ultra. Karizoteri. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Rock actually like learning Power Geyser. Rock actually learning Power Geyser. That's crazy though, right? It looks really sick looking. Huh? Khaiza!
K.O. Perfect game. Rock wins.
Rock wins, right? Power Geyser looks cool, right? Looks cool. Like he learned Terry's like big ass like super move after all these years, you know? Still think I wish it could have like done more. Like incorporated maybe like Rock's like Neo Deadly Rave or something like that. Or maybe just like hold the shot or give like emphasis of Rock's like progression, right? You know, things like that. Rock's like arc. Hold the shot sort of thing, you know? But it's like alright, you know? A good 7. It's a good 7. So... Power Geyser! Yeah, Power Geyser. What more do you need, right? It's just Terry's OG move from like the old games. Just summons the earth and launches like a fucking volcano. Boom, bitch!
SPG.
You know, I kind of don't like the effects of Power Geyser though. Maybe. Because it like, yes, the anime effects are really cool, but it loses like the charm of the big ass fucking explosion. Like even in Street Fighter 6 there were big ass explosions. These are like, you know, like PNG effects or Adobe Illustrator effects, I feel like. It's cool, but my score now would be like 4 and 5 respectively.
Are you okay?
Buster Wolf is cool, right? That works though. That's like a good 6. Buster Wolf is also a classic. Buster Wolf!
You ready?
Yeah, that looks cool. I like Buster Wolf heavy version. You ready? Ooh! Buster Wolf, right? Like, that's cool though. I like it. This one was like an 8 out of 10 for heavy Buster Wolf. You know? Showdown!
Wins.
I could do this all day.
SPG.
I like the effect of Terry's like Ultra being like, you know, he summons a tornado and does a like it kind of looks like a fucking like, you know, combination art, right? Like a Marvel Rivals like, you know, synergy attack or like something along that nature where you just like combine like powers here and there, you know. Apparently that's like a reference to the old school Fatal Fury animations, like the OVA in the motion picture, where like Terry can like create like a tornadoes or some shit, you know. But that's all Terry does in here, which is like summon a tornado and then does a power geyser to amp up the tornado. Not like a lasting, not like an ending card to Terry. It's like it doesn't hold the impact. Same kind of like with rocks. Doesn't hold it. Like I like
SPG.
want them to like, you know, hold it, you know? That's like my beef. All right, Vox, right? This stage looks cool though. Oh, cool. That's a cool effect. I like that. Right, he just like phases through. Ugh. Right, I like that. That was a solid 7. How about the heavy version? Cool. I get that like an 8. I get that like an 8. The only problem is that, right, he does like the effect, but then it doesn't hold the frame, you know, after the end. Like after here, phases through, does this, but doesn't hold it. It's only like a few like milliseconds. A cool like cinematic super outside of like a level 3. But it's like, Oh, right, because he's a grand successor, so it's like, oh, he gets the kicks from grants. Like, if you stop with just the kicks, then it would have been like a 4. But he does like that tackle at the end. Now it's like, that's like a 6, right? Now this is like, you know, tribute to grants, right? It's kicks, but it's like, okay, it does it really well. Like he does like the kick and then at the end. Even though I said it's like, if it was like just kicks, it would have given a lower score. But I think like it's better here because it's like, you know, the kicks and then the final end, which is like that oomph impact, you know? Like that's cool. Oh, that's right, he puts on the mask. Ooh, I like that one. Yeah? Yeah, what? Sorry, that was mom talking to me about dinner. Yeah, this super looks cool. I feel like that's way better than Rox and Terry's though. At least it has like a flow and consistency, you know? right? Puts on the mask, right? Talks shit to you. Summons his full power. One last hit. I like that. Yeah. I like that one.
Perfect game.
I don't like the widescreen out, but like, it looks cool. Yeah. That one's like a solid 9 out of 10, I feel. Yeah. Preachers. Scientist girl. Still. Can't believe Joe is a scientist. Anyway, level 2. Or sorry, super, right? Yeah, does Joe's fucking Hurricane Uppa, right? It's like 3 and then it like zooms in on the last one, you know? Cause she's like growing. Oh, this is Preach's team? SK knows how to make good sounds, bro. Okay, so now the first one was all about Andy's like showing, or it's not Andy's, Joe's moves to Preacher, like the level 1. 2 is like her own thing where she does multiple with like her knee like bent and stuff like that. Yeah, that's really cool. Level 1 gets like a 7. Level 2 gets like an 8. Ah, that's bionic arm. That is literally bionic arm. Can it be full screen? Yeah, literally bionic arm. Is it like invul to projectiles? Yeah, another cinematic super, right? That one is just straight up a bionic arm. Just the effects makes it a little bit like pleasing, but I'll still give it like a 4. But that last one where that's a bionic arm, and then yeah, like that. I like the cinematic flair for this one. That one's a 7. That one's a 7. I like that one.
KO! Perfect game.
I also like this one too. She just does like Joe's like Hurricane Upper, but like an ultra effect. Right? Runs up like that. And then the last effect is that. Right, like that shit. Gotta give like a call out to like her character though, right? Because she's a scientist. She found the perfect formula, right? Kanpeki, right? Does like the little pose. That one's a cool super too. I give that like a 9 as well, right? Actually like holds the pose and retains the character like, you know, arc for her. You know, so that's a cool 9 out of 10. If I know anything from like Kind from Garo, I think one of his supers will be definitely weak sauce to the point of like possibly a 1 or a 2. Okay, yeah, like I remember he does PK Starstorm, summons a meteor. It's a little bit better in here because it starts off with a multi-hit move. Yeah, like that. It looks cool. Still, I would give it like a 5 though. That one's a 6. It's like you done the super, and then you do a special move to cash out the damage. Oh god, this one's a 1. Again, Dormammu floating ball. That's all it really is. 1 and a 2. That's all.
KO! Perfect game. Kai wins.
Now the punch supers were all PK Starstorm. This is literally PK Starstorm, just like it's more apt, more accurate. Right? Starts off with a launcher, aerial rave, and does that. And
KO! Perfect game!
give that like a 7. Like, it's okay, right? But the ending, like, highlighted more of the opponent getting PK Starstormed than, like, Kain himself. Right? So it's like, I wish you could have highlighted more Kain, though. Kain, Kane, whatever. Because he's, like, an important, vital character. So why don't they zoom in on him? Only, like, a few shots that they do. But I still dig it. It's like a 7. Alright, next up, we got Marco. Oh, this song is badass. Oh, shit, that's dope. Now look at that. Look at that. Kuma's in the back there. He moved from Tekken because of the patch updates.
Bruh.
Now he's in here. Shinku Hadouken. That's really it. Like 1 out of 10. Mets Hadouken, right? Like, cool, but that's like a 3. That's all it is. Ooh. Well, it's a Shin Shoryuken, so that's like a 4. I like that, like, Marco has, like, cool sound effects. Like, those, like, hits sound so, like, impactful, you know? That one's cool. I like that one. But it's like, yo, you keep it flowing? Like, how far can you reach, my boy? Imagine if Marco was in like a assist-based fighting game. How far do you reach on Yuri Fitness Club, you know? I give it like a 7 because of how high, vertical high space you can go.
KO! Perfect game! Marco, win!
I love this super. I love this ultra. I love this ultra though. I love this ultra. I every time I watch the Marco trailer, I always get super excited for that. Each like hit has that sound effect, and like that end where you're like, oh shit, where did they go? He uppercutted him so hard they disappeared, but then they brought it back down. Wow, like, that's badass. That's a 10 out of 10 for me. I love this one. Where did they go?
KO!
And he holds the pose. Was right? Damn, that shit's a badass super. I love that. Badass ultra. That's a 10 out of 10 for me. You know, that's Big Fall. I give it like a 6. Has a good cinematic feel. Contains a few elements from the style of Garo. It's a really good super. Exor! Yeah, that one. Instead of like the T pose, he does a fucking like hidden lotus shit. Yeah, that's an 8. That's an 8 out of 10. Mother. Every like super that he has a pose, right? Because he's a wrestler. He does it for the crowd. Yeah. He just increases the number and does like a volley of lariats. Like until the last one where it like flips the opponent, you know? I like it. So level 1, the lariats gets like a 3 for 3 hits, and then This super reminds me a lot of El Fuerte, right? El Fuerte had a similar thing where his level 2, his Ultra 2 called El Fuerte Ultra Spark. Like, not as extravagant as that, but just creates like the tornado, circulates the opponent, and then breaks his limbs. Yeah, that's kind of like the feeling I got from. His Ultra. Yeah.
Perfect game.
10 out of 10. That's a 10 out of 10, dogs. It only applies if the opponent is 25% or less. Crack. Oh. Blah. And then the bell rings. KO. 10 out of 10. Marco and T-Sock got the best ultras by far. All right, it's wife. Oh man, wife. Oh god, damn. Many torpedoes is all right. Like, I remember this from King of Fighters 15. You know, it's cool. Chun-Li's like kicks, but travels through the screen. It's like a 4. Lovely Shava. It's fine. That one's like a 5 as well, because we've seen it before in King of Fighters 15. Yeah, that one's also from King of Fighters 15. Yeah, just like, or Garo, just throws a kiss. Very much 1-to-1. That one's like a 4. It's super better because of HD graphics, right? And the heavy. And then throws a kiss at the end, cause she's sexy. Yeah, that one's like a 5 as well. Or maybe like a 6, yeah. What are those? Hey, mommy. Yeah, so that one's cool too. It's cool in the sense that I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, yeah, kicks you up, does like kicks, and what are those things targeting her? Those are like missiles? They don't look like missiles because they were like transparent, so you couldn't like see. I guess those were like missiles that her crewmates like assisted her with, right? Things like that. Something, you know? But yeah, that's like, yeah, I would agree with like the chat. It's like a 7 out of 10. It's like a 7 out of 10. Like, it's got like good start. It's got like a good flow, but then those missiles were like, what the fuck? Alright, Gato. Right, I believe I remember, you know, his moves or ultras from, again, King of Fighters 15, and of course in Garo. Oh yeah, the neck break with your legs. That's right. Vicious, like, almost like assassination, like Kung Fu super. It's like, yeah, that's kind of like, that's how Gato works. That's like a 3. Right? Yeah, like that's the super version of that level 1 super. I give it like a 7. I give it like a 7 out of 10. It's cool. The neck snap is brutal. And then the ender was like, and then the ender is like the, what was it? The extra finisher. Like, it feels like a fatality. The neck snap was good enough. Yeah. Oh, he cracks his knuckles after. Damn. Yeah, this one's like a 4. It's okay. It's just, that's what it is. And then the level 2. Yeah. That one's a 5 because I rated them before, which is like a 4 and a 4, a 2 and a 2 respectively. It's just different colors. This one is like Rising Dragon, Spiraling Rising Dragon, 4 and 5 respectively, you know? I think this is cool, right? I especially like the finisher end of that, where you like, after that move, it's like smoking. Like, damn. This bitch really like set your heart on fire or some shit, you know? If we see like crit version. Right? And then after this. Ooh! Oh, Anita!
KO! Perfect game!
It gets
Win!
a little bit better with like the KO screen because it holds the pose like for him, right? Gato being like blind man, you know, avenging bastard. So I like that, but it's kind of like a super version. I wish it was like the execution like his Garo counterpart. I think it's a little bit better than King of Fighters 15, where it's just like a rider like dive kick, because it's true to like Gato. Like he's just out for kill, out to kill. Like that's his way. That's his creed. But yeah, this is yeah, that was a cool super. That one's like a 7. It's cool. I love this song. Haven't you seen me play a little bit, Chad? So we should breeze on by this really quickly. Bingo! Yeah, just like a big ass explosive high kick. It's really good. It's a really good super. It's not, I mean, it is flashy, but it's mostly there for combo extender. Like if I do something like this. It's literally just combo extender to super. I'll only give it like a 2, right? And the heavy version is a similar effect, just with multiple hits, multiple explosions, right? It's like a 3. It's just there for extending. Yokotamiya. Bueno, right? I like this. I like this one. Combine rolls. Ugh. Does the same thing, but with but with the final punch at the end as an explosive, you know? Respectively, those two are like a 5, and the second one's a 6. Kishibanda. Oh, it has to be very close. Okay, damn it. 0 out of 10. I kind of like this one because you get to see like the horror face of each one, you know? Imagine like Ronaldo or what was it? Or Tizok's like horrified face. Oh god, this bitch is gonna hit me with a nuclear bomb. Like I want to give it like a cool like higher score, but at the end it's like everything about the beginning was perfect, right? But at the end there was like no payoff, no like outro quote. It's just like an explosion. Kevin would say like mission accomplished or some shit, or like salute, some dumb shit like that. Or what is it? Does it? No, I don't think it will change if I do 25%. Let me just test that out. Yeah, it's just like it highlights the explosion. Like damn, this bitch blew me the fuck up. Right? Damn. You just hear like a cry of horror. But now they're like, oh, fucking. Right, that's kind of funny. This little girl is top tier. Yeah, just like, it looks like a Rev Axel with like an ender. Something like that. That's all it really is. That's like a 3. It just looks flashy, that's all. The knee is like a 4 because it's like the knee, right? Oh yeah, the Nyquil super. Yeah, I call this the Nyquil super. Gets like, you know, a 5, right? I'm gonna really give you Nyquil. That's like a 6 because of more hit effects. Yeah, in this one, I'm just gonna give you a really good back massage, level 3. Yeah, it's just like the kick super, where it's like, instead of like the front, it's on the back, right?
Oh, perfect game.
I wish you would say something like, you know, cute like girl character like trope, like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed, I laid on top of a dude, or I laid on top of a girl, right? Like, super blushing, like something like that. Gotta maintain like that cute waifu character, or maybe like her like pet like weasel would come on her like shoulder or something like that. Alright, our ninja character, damn. Yeah, he's got Andy's like projectile super, that's right. I mean, it's a Hisoken, right? It's nothing too crazy. That's like a 2. Yeah, that's a 2 as well. Just changed in the color. This is the Ninja Scroll uppercut move. Yeah, that's right. Who's the biker girl, says T Pooty. That's my Shiranui. What? We'll get to her in a bit. The scroll one was like a 4. That one is like a 5 because of the fire effects. It happens like very quickly. Cool! I dig this super. I dig this ultra. Sorry, I dig this ultra. Yeah, because it just... We look at it again. Hokuto Maru is a fledgling, so he just incorporates both of his masters' tool techniques. Yeah, I like this one. This one is really cool. Yeah, this one looks cool. I give it like a 9 out of 10. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, almost like a 10. Just like holds the frame, you know? I give it like a 9 to a 10. It just does special move after special move, right? Like a rev axle. But Hokuto Maru has like meaning because like it incorporates both of his masters' techniques. 9.5 exists, you know? Check out Mai's supers though. Kagero no Mai, classic like Mai super, anti-airs or like, you know, just wake up super. It's really good. It's cool. Both of these are, well, we'll say respectively. One is like a 4, and the other one is like a 5 because of like the hand motions and shit and the final hit. That one's also classic Mai, a fire version of Shinobi Bachi. That one's also like a 4. And that one's a 4 as well. She's got her costume back! Get to see every angle. And then she changes back. Get to see every angle of Mai. This one's kind of like, you know, a tease like Ultra. Like, fans have been waiting to look at like Mai in her default outfit, and this is the only time you'll get Mai's outfit, Mai's traditional outfit, in a level 3. I would say this one's like a 9, but I want to say this one was like an A.
Perfect game.
This one's a 9. Yeah. I'll give it like a 9. Billy! Fucking stick man. Ah, fire! Doesn't it have a full screen effect? Yeah, it does. That just twirls the stick and throws fire. Yeah, the fire circle was cool. You know? That's Billy's thing though. That one's like 6 and 7. Or 6 and 6. Yeah, 6 and 6. Kick Super was like a launcher into like the fire circle. Hellfire! Oh, that one's cool. It's a cool variation of it. Yeah, I like that one. I was gonna say like 3-3, right? But the heavy version does like a little ender. That will bump it up to a 7. I like that final hit at the end. Yeah, it looks cool. I like it. Just traps you like in a ball of fire, twirls you around, and yeah, it does that. This one will be good because it holds the pose for Billy. Yeah, that one looks cool. I like it. You know, I'm thinking of like King of Fighters 15 Billy, where he had like he beats you up with his pole and then rides you around with his pole. I would give it like an 8. Like the ball of fire is good, but I wish he would smack the opponent encased in the ball of fire like a goddamn like tennis ball. But yeah, it's like an 8. All right, Kim Don Juan. Look at fucking Don just running like this. Yo, what's he doing, bro? He reminds me of like old, like back in like high school, there would always be like motherfuckers that would put their pants down to show their like undies. It pissed off like high school teachers so much because nobody wants to see their like undies, right? This motherfucker just like holding onto his pants like it's like loose or some shit. You gotta fix your pants. Cool. It's like his uppercut like this. Yeah, like lightning effects, you know. It's just the same thing but with like a lightning effect to it. Give both of these like a 5. This one's like lightning like kick. Yeah, I give it like a 4 because it's just one kick. That one's a 4 as well, it's just 2. It's cool. He like rides the lightning because he's cocky like that. I give it like an 8. All right, Ronaldo, famous soccer personality. Soccer shot, okay. Like cool effect. Looks like a 4. Cool. That one's like a 6. This one's like projectile super. Yeah. Yeah, both of these are like 3s. The Sue. Yeah, this one's like a 9. Can't help it. This one's like a 9. They put a lot of money and effort on Ronaldo specifically. Right? Finish the. Yeah. That's like a 9. I don't know if these will be safe. Yeah. This will get us like flagged. Oh, that's a counter? So that's a counter super. Okay. It's a counter super and he throws like something from his hand. That's cool. Just look at his walk. Bro thinks he's Gojo. Yeah. He thinks he's Gojo. They're both flat like twos, right? They're projectiles, you know? God damn it. It's Goofy, right? We'll bring world peace. Ah, jeez, okay. Another Goofy one. So, this one is like... both of them 4s. Oh yeah, this run, right? I can't help but give it an 8, or maybe like a 9. I'll give it like a 9.
Perfect game.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. So we reviewed everyone's super and ultra, super gear and ultra gear in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. The cinematic appeal of Fatal Fury, some of them, or maybe if not like half of them, have really like cool. I think like the best supers that I can like give credit to is probably Marco, T-Zok, right? Marco, T-Zok, and Hokutomaru. Well, Hokutomaru is like a close like second. Oh, Preachas was also really good. I had like this like impression for like, you know, Fatal Fury, like starting off with like Rock and Terry, like our poster like children, right? Our poster characters. They don't really have shots that like cement them, right? Or like hold the frame as like those characters. They were like really quick. Most of like, you know, the shots of like certain supers, like Billy's was also really good, and like Ronaldo obviously, and but some supers were just like white screens of deaths or like obstructed by like, you know, visual like anime effects and things like that, you know. You know, Mize is like a close exception, but it's like, yeah, there's just like kind of like quick, or you know, they're just like very minimal and not that very crazy looking to take a oogle at it off about, you know, if you know what I mean. Like, they're just like ends of explosions, and they don't really like highlight the character in any way, shape, or form. It's just like, oh, here's this super, that's really much it. But yeah, like, I'm just thinking of like ignition gears, like the ultras. The supers are like, you know, yeah, whatever, right? Because some are like varying degrees of like short or like very like iconic from the old school games or other games. They're just like, that's what they are, right? They could be very much varying like 1s or like, you know, 2s, right? Because they're simple effects, but pretty much that's the idea. Yeah, the supers are like whatever. It's just like, I have like my thing with like, you know, just the gears, right? I just wish like maybe like longer, well, not longer, because, you know, we don't have like long like supers or ultras like anymore, like video game like cutscene, right? In the FGC, or just like with modern FGC, we don't want to see long cutscenes, we don't want to see long like supers or anything like that. I just want to get to the match as fast as possible, and that's it, right? That's very understandable. If you get your ass beat by someone who uses like a level 3 or things like that, it feels pretty shitty, you know? Understandably so. So moves will be, or supers will be either like short or really short, you know? I don't want to see this whole damn cutscene. But I'm not gonna say like make it like longer. No, that would be like the exact opposite. But rather, just have like supers or ultras that like highlight the character, you know, some way, or like represent like the character, you know, give them like meaning or like purpose, you know. Like with Rock and Terry, they're just like holding the frame and they don't really glaze on them a little bit like longer. They just like show their super and that's really much it. Only like quick shots of like most of like the characters have just like been quick like few like 1 or like 2 seconds of effects, not really like anything too like dazzling, you know. If we had like maybe like an anime game like a Naruto or a JoJo game where they clear like love and dedication to like, you know, the characters in the universe, then maybe. But, you know, just things didn't really like jive with me for some reason, you know. I guess that's like a me thing, but of course the supers are cool, the gears are cool. It's just like I wish there was more to them than just like quick like edits, you know. Rock doing power fucking geyser. Dude, he's learning. He's, you know, quickly like growing up and finding his own like self. I wish you were to like say more about him, but no, it's like very small, right? But anyway, that's like my thing. This is like the Judge the Supers of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, right? We capped it around like, I think like 2 hours with a little bit of cuts, but we're gonna edit them to maybe like an hour or something, you know?